Hello folks, Mr. Raven here, and welcome to Farming Simulator. We finished off Subnautica, and I haven't actually decided yet what to really play instead of Subnautica. So I thought, why not some farming sim? I kinda, it's probably one of my secret pleasures. I kind of like playing farming sim, and I actually found a way to make good money in the beginning, and I thought, why not share that with you? How I start up a new game. I think I will go with easy, just because it's kind of you know, you're gonna earn more, not the same, you're not gonna earn the same, but you're gonna earn that percentage more the same way if you go normal, I think. And we can always tweak it, you know, if you want to plow, you can do that. Just go with it, dude. I do have some mods. It's more like realism mods, like the tractor is bumping around, and you can actually destroy crops when you drive over it, and have the fender harvester and some other mods. And it's not really important because that's not gonna help us in any way making that money. So let's just start it up. Yes. I've recently I chose the wrong map. Alright. And why I say that is because I kinda want to do cows. Milk, the milk thing is actually okay, lucrative, not immensely, but we kind of need to have something else to do, because we're gonna use the first couple of fields we have doing grass. Let me just quickly jump into the right map. I wanted this map because then the already fine. The cow is actually the starter farm in this one, if you didn't know or haven't noticed, because you do only crops, or you're like a tree kind of farmer. That's pretty lucrative. If you look down in the map, on the map, you can see my green arrow there, so the cows is right over there. Right over there. We don't have any cows now because I haven't bought them. So yeah, the first thing I normally do is, of course, well, I don't know if that's saying itself, but kind of just gonna harvest this field. Let's go like this. I use helpers a lot when I play single player. It makes it a little easier to get a lot of things done at the same time, and yeah, it makes sense, I guess. Let's just, because the field over there is ready, and I think this guy is, oh, it's only seeding. Okay. Some of the time, or maybe most of the time, I go in and I kind of sell everything in the beginning, because it's not really the greatest equipment. Of course, you can get by using it. I can't sell it all yet, because that one is harvesting, and this one kind of needs to drive the wagon. And with the what do you call it? With this farming sim, you can lease stuff or borrow it, or what you want to call it. I think it's this one. It's doing both seeding and fertilizing, and it is also cultivating. So it's kind of like a multi-tool. Oh, no, buy. Just lease. This, please. It uses a lot of power, or it needs a lot of power, about 200 kilowatts. Or 270 horsepower. So we kind of need a big tractor for it. This one maybe? No, it's not big enough. The Lamborghini? It's not big enough. Are you big enough? Nope. Are you big enough? Yes, you are. So let's just lease that. Maybe do some weighty chires for fun of it. And he's just doing his thing over there. So let's jump to this one and go to our other field. When you play easy, you don't need to fill up. Well, you do need to fill up if you're doing it yourself, but if you have a helper, let's get the beacons on. You don't need to fill up the seeder. The helper's gonna do it for you, and he's only gonna fill up the amount he needs, or actually he's gonna do it like a little bit of the time. So you will see when we start to seed with a seeder that the amount of money we have go down, because we still have to pay for the seeds and the fertilizer. But when we get the cows up and running, we really don't need to buy fertilizer, because we're gonna have manure and stuff like that. Use that instead. Let's change this to grass and just hire a worker and let him do his work. We're gonna take this little bad boy. This is a baby tractor compared to the other one. And I actually think we're gonna keep this tractor, because I think we need to do baling. I think this one is strong enough. Are you strong enough to live without beauty? Yeah, it should. It should be. Got over 100 horsepower. The baler thing, I don't think that much, does it? Does it? No. And this one, that's actually, it don't need anything. And this one is just a trailer. That's the next thing we need to buy. Actually, no, that's not true. We need to buy the tether and the windrows. But I think in the beginning we're just gonna lease it, because when we get started, we got it to earn some money. It's gonna go fast. It's a little slow because you need to like harvest this field and drive away with that, and we kind of need the hay anyway, so it's not that bad, because the cow needs hay to like walk on and lay on and chew on, and what cows do. But it's kind of needed it, so that's fine. Probably gonna. Oh yeah, we need to buy the. What do you call it? Grass mower, lawn mower thing. Grass harvester. Wait a second. Oh. Dump it in. Dump it in. So let me just harvest up these fields here and stuff like that, because we can't get along before we have that. So I'll see you in a bit. So welcome back. We're not done harvesting the field yet, but I just leased this wagon. It's a loading wagon, it's called. And it's called a loading wagon because right there in the front, just before the tractor, there's the loading thingy. If we do like this, it goes down, and if we start it, it has a little rotating thing, and we can pick up the straws from the corn here. And I thought I could do that while we're waiting, because this one we can't hire a man to do. We need to do this manual. And we're gonna drive back and forth a lot of times because the width of the combined harvester is not that big. So we could have bought a what do you call them? They call it. Let's skip one. What did they call it? I lost it. The windrow? No. I don't know. I lost it. Sorry. Brain is a little tired. So yeah, that's actually just like the first one. We need the hay as I was saying earlier. And we're gonna have enough for like, I don't know, a long time before we need to either buy a new field or make the grass field into a cornfield, or not a cornfield, a wheat or barley or something like that, to get some more. So yeah, that's what I will be doing the next couple of minutes until the field here is done, and I'll bring you back. We are almost done here. I got a whole trailer full of. That must be wheat. Yeah, I think it's wheat. And 8,000 liters or units will go for. The best price is 1,130 pounds per 1,000. Oh, it's liter, not units, liter. So, or actually, there's one on 1151. That's the best. So that's like 10,000 for that. No, that's not true. That's about 9,000 pounds for that one trailer full. I'm not gonna sell it because if we want to do pigs at a later date, I think we need this for that. So I'm just gonna stick this in our silo and maybe use it later, because right now I really don't need money. And for what we need to do the bales, I need to push the right button. We can just lease it in the beginning, and maybe we need to borrow a little bit of money to lease it all, but we're just gonna lease it. Yeah, silo, and save your stuff. And if you look at this up in the top here, you can see we already have some stuff on stock, so we can sell that if you want to. And be aware if you start a new game yourself and you just wanna do what you want. you can start selling all of these for the right price, of course. You can see sunflower seeds are doing pretty good, but you need special equipment for that, so the starter equipment won't be enough. Canola is doing good, over 2,000, and the soybeans are doing good. So you can earn a decent money, but the fields are really small. So yeah, small fields equals small money, equals a long time before you get enough money to buy the fun equipment, big tractors and big harvesters and stuff like that. So I kind of like doing it this way. Let's do it like this. Let me just collect the... no, wait a second. We can actually make another worker do the start over here. Why not? You know, we're done in this end of the field, so let's make him work for us here. And I'm gonna sow grass here too. All the grass. It's all about the grass. My plan is anyway. Let's empty out this one. Okay, so we got about 10,000 liters of wheat from that field. And I'm not sure if that field has been... has it been... wait a second, I think I can see if it's... oh yeah, we're playing easy, so we don't need to plow. But if we are not playing easy and you need to plow, the field will be red. It needs plowing. And I think plowing gives you 10% better yield. And the fertilizing is also giving you X percent, I can't remember. If you play on normal, I think you need to fertilize 3 times to get the maximum amount of stuff. And I think I haven't calculated how much it's gonna cost you to fertilize 3 times and stuff like that, but I would be really surprised if it's not actually giving you giving it back, or actually giving a little bit more, because then there wouldn't be a reason to do it. It's not a whole lot, so some people don't really bother with it, but they have made the seeder so they can seed, cultivate, and fertilize. So you got the first fertilization there. And if you actually fertilize before you seed, you got the first fertilizing, and then you seed and fertilize and got the second. And when he's done seeding, you can fertilize again, I think. No, it needs to grow once, so it's just small knobs. I think I need to sell this one, because I don't need it right now. And I need to sell this one, because again, I don't need it right now. And then I better go into him pretty quick, because he's catching up. I saw that behind the screen. I forgot the game don't pause when you're in a menu, which is okay. I don't really. So let's quickly pick up this. I got 3 trailer loads, so this is the 4th. It's not gonna be full, but it doesn't matter, because we're gonna dump this into the cow, where the cows is gonna be. I just dumped it on the ground near where the cow is. You can buy a silo, a hay loft, I think it's called, where you can store your straws and hay and stuff like that. I actually only did those 2 things, and we're gonna buy that at some point, but right now I'd rather save the money, because I think it's about 60,000. So it's not just a building you go buy. Kinda need to wait with that. And I actually believe the way we do it is easy enough. Easier. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. They haven't implemented like if you have stuff on the ground, it's gonna spoil. Kind of mechanic. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not gonna give you any problems. And as long as you have a wagon like this, yeah, it's not a problem. You can always pick it up from the ground with this one. I'll show you in a bit. Just gonna do this row, and then we're done. So now we have all the hay for the cows. That was the easy part, because cows actually need a lot of stuff to be the most productive, you know, give them more milk, and it's milking cows, so that's what we're gonna earn our money on. That's the milk. And the dairy thing, I can do it like this, and then I drive faster. I stuck it all on the ground over here, and the entrance for the cows are. Can I just dump it here? Or do I need to drive in? Oh no, that the first square, you know, the marked area. That's where you just park your trailer for delivering cows. And this is not gonna look realistic, because you can't buy a wagon that throws the hay on the ground in the cow shed here, but we're just gonna do like this because we can unload, and voila. Now the amount of hay we put in for 6 days are gonna become greater the more cows we have. So I just filled this up the max, and I don't have any cows. So yeah, it's not gonna last me 6 days when I first buy some cows and put in it, but that's gonna take a while, because we kind of first need all the equipment for the baling and stuff. So yeah, but that guy is doing that. We can't. Oh yeah, sold the harvester. I didn't have 50,000 pounds before. We can start thinking about leasing these. I think this one, yeah, the little tractor I have is strong enough to do this one. So let's just go with the biggest one, just because we can. And the same with the windrow. Go with the biggest one. Mostly because these two I can set to be done by our workers. So size really doesn't matter. It's a little hard to control if you're doing it manual. The big one and maybe this one will be better. I don't know. But this one is gonna collect like grass from an area, a width of 14.8 meters into one row. I'll show you when we get there. Gonna lease that. Then we actually need to mow the lawn. I was about to say. This one is gonna take forever. But maybe I need to. No, I leased a big tractor, so it's not a problem. I'm gonna take these two, and then you have to add this up. So that's 70. That's 240 horsepower. I think that tractor I have has 270. So that should be more than enough. So let's oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Need to lease it and lease it. So now we actually have the first 3 things we need. Then we need a baler, and we need to have the round one. The square one is actually easier to use because it's automatically gonna dump off bales, but I don't have a wrapper for square bales, so, and I need to wrap it to get them out of it. So I need the baler. Let's lease that. And then I need the wrapper. And I need the wagon to collect it. Mostly because I'm lazy. I could buy a tractor that has like forks, so you can collect one at a time, but this one can have 8 bales. I'll show you, don't worry. So let's lease that. Bam. Now we have a lot of equipment that needs to be driven back to here, but that's okay, because I actually think, that's this one. Bam. Should I save this one? I really don't need it for the next really long time, because I'm gonna do grass for like a long time. So I don't think I need the cedar anymore, so I could take that back. I should probably take it back, so let's do that. Because it's just gonna cost me money. I think it's gonna cost me money. I think we pay like a upfront price, and then we pay a price at the delivery, and then we pay for every hour we used it. And you can see down by the speedometer there is like an hourglass, and it says 0.6 hours. So I've been using this. Is that the tractor or the cedar? I don't think it mattered, because I've used it together, so it's probably the same. But I think if you press like cedar, no, can't. Oop. Yeah, it's the same, 6.6, 6.6, but it really doesn't matter. Now look at that, all the equipment. I think this one is gonna take the mowers, because that's actually the only thing that needs that much power. Oop. Should have braked first. I'm playing with an Xbox controller. So normally I play mouse and keyboard, but when I'm driving it's actually easier to... return it. Thank you. Oh, wrong button. X. So let me get all of this equipment back, and while we do that, let's speed up time. So the grass has grown to its max, because might as well use the time. And speeding up time is actually only speeding up like the daytime, not speeding up the workers. The workers is not gonna work faster. It's only the time, the daytime. So, and I think I will let it run so it's through the night, and we are on a new day. So we have sunlight. So you actually can see what I'm doing. So I'll do that, and I'll be right back. So welcome back. This is the last trailer. Or equipment. That took some time, and I hope that the grass are done growing when we get back, because then we can mow it. You know, these kind of games where I need to where I want to like do things behind the camera, because then you don't need to watch it, because it's kind of mundane, or what do you call it, boring? Yeah, I don't know if it's boring, but you know, stuff that just needs to be done. I always lose track of time. Always. And I think I'll just start mowing, and then I do that so it's ready. The grass is ready for the next episode. Because I've been at this for like a little more than an hour. See here. Why won't you fold? Let's go like this and make the worker do it for us. When the grass has all of these white flowers, it's grown max. You can also see it like in here. Actually, you can't. Can you? Huh. Can't see grass. Strange. Okay. Well, grass is fully grown when it has the white flowers in it. And on the other map, it's actually having like yellow flowers and just flowers. I think this is like clovers or something. When the worker is doing it, he's only doing it in the designated field. So the stuff outside the field is not gonna do. But we can go around the whole field one time, and we have that with us too. But yeah, actually the only thing I didn't think about leasing was a fertilizer, because now that he has harvested the field, you can see that if you zoom in, pull it, you can see the fertilizing is done, is reset, you know, because now you're harvesting the field. I think that makes sense. You can see it's getting harvested. So anyways, so we kind of need another fertilizer. I could buy that quickly. You could go with a sprayer, this one, but it's kind of hard because that's like, it has a span of 15 meters. So every time can't do anything else on the field, because then the other tractor is gonna drive into your sprayer. But if you're using the fertilizer spreader instead, this one, then it doesn't matter, because the fertilizer is just thrown under the tractor that is coming for you, so you can do more than one thing on the field. If you have the destroy crops mod, you need a tractor with narrow tires to not destroy the crop. But if you seed after or spray after you harvest or before you seed, then it's not a problem. I think I'm gonna lease this one. It has a width of 24 meters, so it's actually gonna do the field faster. So I think I'm gonna go up and get that, and I'll mow up all the grass for the next episode, and then we continue the good beginning. My advice to you, kind of good a beginning for Farming Sim 17. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I think it's gonna be a mini series. I don't think I can do this for like 100 videos, but I think maybe 5 videos will do. But please leave a comment down below. What do you think? Should I do more, or should I just keep it with the 5, or what? I don't know. But I really hope you liked it, and if you liked it, please show your support with a thumbs up. It really helps me. Yeah, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And the last thing I want to do is wish you a great day. Have fun gaming. Bye.